Now,
Yeah, Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio, 140. And you watching Goodfellas TV. I fucked up.
All right, man. According to Eddie Hearn, he sent the offer over to Gervonta Davis on Wednesday for the Conor Benn fight. Now, I thought, PBC, I thought Tank and them said they only send offers, they don't receive offers, they the A side. I thought they wasn't making no other platform any bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. And now apparently now, it's a possibility, unless he wasting Eddie Hearn time, that he can cross the street and fight Conor Benn in the USA. Now, apparently, them traveling could be an issue on both sides. But check out the Boxing playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And you say, well, what's the issue on Tank's side? Well, Coach Calvin, he got a case, so I'm pretty sure. And also, he got a criminal record, so will the UK allow him to come in and coach Gervonta in the UK, with the pending case? I'm not sure he went over there for the Leon Walsh fight. All right. Then Conor Benn issue is he still ain't been cleared by UCAD over the PED test, the positive PED test. So Eddie Hearn says he thinks it could be a big fight in the UK and the US of A. This came after apparently Chris Eubanks Jr. wanted more money to fight Conor Benn, and rightfully so. I wouldn't want to fight him after I trained and then you popped hot, so I don't blame him for anything, right? But nonetheless, it's just a lot of hypocrisy. They'll send a fighter across the street if they know they fighter gonna win. And imagine if Tank crossed the street and get beat by Conor Benn. And to me, it just never made any sense, because if PBC, we're struggling with fight dates, with showtimes, especially before Fox came along, you know what I'm saying? Why not utilize ESPN and The Zone and other platforms, you know what I'm saying, to expand your dates and pay some of the, pay or bring down that overhead, you know what I'm saying? Allow them to pay your fighters to go across the street. And the issue with that is they don't believe their fighters are good enough to win if somebody cross the street or they cross the street, whether it's meeting in a turning lane and doing a show together with ESPN and Fox with Deontay Wilder Fury, or if it's Lomachenko coming over and beating the hell out of Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? So, you done had guys, cross the street. I can't think of none off top, and they lose. So, like I said before, only thing this tells you is, I don't mess with Eddie. Devin on the wrong side of the street. All that's a narrative to protect Gervonta from not wanting to fight certain fighters. Because if they could work together and do Wilder Fury, didn't nobody know who the fuck Fury was in the USA. He came and fought Cunningham on NBC and got dropped in that fight early in his career. So it's just exposing the double standards and hypocrisies of these dudes. And when you got guys, who believed in Earl until the reckoning day came, you know what I'm saying? That just let you know it's no logic. And this is what's wrong. This is how they trying to emasculate males in the US, man. And I shared a video in the community tab by Mr. Hassan T Campbell, I think his name is. He has a nice channel, and it was showing one of the guys, a black man, I forget his name, Booker Johnson or something like that, Boom Johnson, whatever. And they asked the guy in South Carolina why they wanted to vote for Trump, and he gave an ignorant answer. So they took one guy's ignorant answer and made it the voice of black men, why black men are starting to vote for Trump, because he exudes masculinity and all that type stuff. And that's, and for some people that may be true, but people who are a little bit more voter savvy, which I'm going to tell people how to vote, I don't care. What Joe Biden is doing with the immigrants, allowing them to come over illegally and giving them a bunch of money and giving them iPhones and health care on y'all dime, you know what I'm saying? But then he didn't want to give anything to the black community. There you go. You know, well, Trump's a racist, they say. What you think Joe Biden is? Look at the crime bill he created and some of the things he said in the past. Just because Obama, I'm shocked because Obama aligned himself with a racist. So a lot of people not educated, bro, on these things or don't want to do the research. And that's one thing I could say I was always great at was researching and know how to use resources to find an answer to what I needed. And I'm not, that's no advice. I'm just showing you. Some men are just always gonna go and be poisoned by somebody else's opinion because they're not man enough or they're not a bigger person enough to make their own mind up. Why a lot of guys, join the gang? It's because they felt lonely. They was weak standing on their own. They felt lonely. They felt like they didn't have a family. And that's why a lot of guys joined the gang, is because they felt lonely and they couldn't stand on their own. You know how I feel to have an opinion or give an answer and everybody in the room, think your opinion wrong or your answer wrong, and everybody giving an answer, and you the one that's standing on the island by yourself. And then when they answer the question, when the answer come out, you right. You know how small those people feel? But if it was the reverse, they say you feel small. Always stand on your conviction. If you believe something, cool. I'm stand on my conviction, but I'm gonna look at all people's opinions. Oh, this is why you feel. This how you feel. This how you feel. That's how you feel. That's cool. But a lot of guys they are females. By nature, they are females. They are. I can't even call them women. They are females by nature. They live in a fantasy world. They live in lies. They live in selective truths. They live in selective facts. They live in a fictional fairy tale world. And that's the honest truth. And this is what you got right here. It's a nice bunch of people on the internet, on social media, that's boxing, quote unquote, boxing fans, that claim to be hardcore boxing fans. And I coined that term. I don't give a fuck who give me credit, but I coined purist boxing fan, I didn't coin it. I came up with the scale. Purist, it goes, top one is purist. You got hardcore, casuals, and you got fanboys, and even you can even go historians, you know what I'm saying? So you got the purists, I kind of put them with the historians, the hardcore fans, the casual fans, and then the fanboys. I came up with that skill. I didn't get that from nowhere. But a lot of these guys, you will see the evidence, even with Earl Spence, I seen the evidence right away. You just think maybe these guys just not, street savvy, or they just not, savvy enough, excuse me. No, it's just that they live in a fantasy, bro. And anybody who opinion aligns with their opinion, even if it's a dead ass lie, they're gonna trauma bond with. They're going to, go over there and rah with. But the funny thing is when the truth come out and reckoning day come, or as the great Iron Man album had with the Inspector Deck killed this song and Master Killer, assassination day come, and then they want to feel small, and then they want to make excuses. His raps was loaded, came for Deontay Wilder. He was on steroids. He was this, that, and the third. Did that with Earl Spence. That just let you know that's how women move. That's how women move. So a lot of these guys it's not a cult fan, just a cult fan following. There's a feminine mindset that goes with that. And if anybody still rationalize Gervonta Davis, and they know what's going on, even if you're from Baltimore, you a fan from Cali, you a fan from Alaska, you a fan from wherever, Canada, wherever you at, Buffalo, New York, and you see this going on and you turning a blind eye, you justifying it, you part of the problem. So you could talk to Eddie to make a Conor Benn fight, but you can't talk to Bob to make a Shakur fight. But they can talk to Bob to make a Wilder Fury fight, even when Al Heyman didn't even want to do Wilder Fury with Bob Arum. He didn't want to do that rematch, but Deontay Wilder pushed the envelope. Even though Errol Spence wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, Al didn't want that to happen. Errol Spence wanted to go do it. Just again, when they want to cross the street and they want to meet guys in the turning lane, when they want to go over there and think they can win and suit up and boot up, they can leave and do what they want to do. Stephen Foe, my bad, he crossed the street and fight Nayu Inoue. You know what I'm saying? He crossed the street and fought Inoue. He lost, and a lot of people saying, when he coming back? Probably not for a long time. He in Al Heyman shithouse. But then again, a lot of these dudes believed in themselves, and they forced them to make them fights happen. So, like I said before, all of a sudden Tank cordial with Eddie Hearn, and now he receptive to his offers. Now he may be crossing the street, but wouldn't cross the street to fight Tevin Farmer. Wouldn't cross the street to fight Devin Haney with Eddie Hearn. That just lets you know, Floyd Mayweather's fear of fighting black fighters is real. That's like Frieza had a fear of fighting Saiyans. He had a fear that a Super Saiyan would rise up and dethrone him. That's the same way that that Floyd Mayweather sees black fighters, and what did he do? He passed that scary ass shit on to Gervonta Davis. And just imagine the conversations they have off the record about avoiding certain fighters. I can guarantee you 90% of the fighters they avoid is about black or athletic fighters. So if you going around here parading around justifying this kind of Benn shit and not calling this shit out, bro, you just come on, man. You got a female mindset. It's not even Kof mindset anymore. It's a female mindset. You're making up lies now. But that's just my opinion on it, man. I ain't gonna spit too long on it. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.